Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about unloaders in Minecraft 1.13. It's a simple way of getting a minecart to unload at a station. So if we click into this minecart right here and just put in a stack of something, it's going to end up stopping here, and it will fill up this chest. And once all of the items have been removed from the minecart, as we can see here in a moment, it will take off again. And then that is basically just how the system's going to work. So I'm going to quickly build this over here. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to build out a little track here, and we're going to put a redstone block just so that these power rails get powered. It's important to put a non-power rail here because we will also have a power rail on top of the hopper, which we cannot have connected to these power rails. So it's important also not to have a hopper feeding directly into another hopper. If we do that, actually, let me show you this. This hopper will unload into this hopper so quickly that it won't be able to keep that unpowered. So I put this in here, it's still going to bounce back and forth because the item passes through this hopper into this hopper so fast that it doesn't have time to go through the 1 tick delay of the redstone torch. So it's important either to have this going sideways into another hopper or to have it be going straight into a chest. But if it goes straight down into another hopper, it will not work. Whereas now, it's going to sit there and unload. Okay, perfect. So on either end here, we're going to need to have a block that the minecart can bounce off of. Otherwise, it won't keep going forever. So we need to do the same on both sides. Now if we put this here, it's just going to stop because we don't have anything set up here. So the way this is going to work is first we need a comparator looking at the output of this hopper to see if there's anything in the hopper. So if anything shows up in this hopper, let's just put our minecart back on the track real quick. It's still off, but if we put a single item in here, which will go into the hopper, this is now on, as you can see for a second there, and then it turned off again because the item ended up in our chest. Perfect. So now we're going to pass this signal into this block, which will unpower this torch. We can place blocks on the top and the side of this torch. The torch being unpowered will momentarily unpower this redstone dust. So typically this dust is on, which means this is powered, but if anything is in this hopper, it'll momentarily turn off, which will turn off this power rail. So you can see nothing happens here because we don't have any items going into the hopper. But if we grab our dirt, it's going to turn this on, which turns this off. And I don't think you can see it too great, but the power rail is off here. And then once there's no items in the hopper, it turns back on, and because there's a block behind it, sends the minecart on its merry way. So that's a very simple unloader in Minecraft in Minecart 1.13. And yeah, it works pretty well. There's no problems with overload. The minecart will just stay there until it is empty. And so if this chest for some reason becomes full and this becomes full, then the minecart will just stay there forever. But that's not really a problem because you can't put more items in here anyways, so there's no need to get more. Cool. I'll probably also make an unloader tutorial. Those are a little more complicated. There's different types. This is basically all you'd ever need for an unloader. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed.